Hello there.
Now you're a man! A man, man, man! Now you're a man!
There we go. Guess an update messed with my sound settings. Oh, welcome Choda. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Fixed? Yeah. I don't know why my default microphone suddenly got different change, but I suspect a Windows update. Yeah, happy Friday indeed, because the heat is finally gone a bit. It's now 20-ish degrees outside, so that's very, very nice. And 20 degrees. Let's see. That is about 68 degrees Fahrenheit. All you American viewers. So yeah. I just picked a random contract from one of the Discord channels. So let's see what we can do with this. Explosive device, cleaver. We can get that somewhere probably. Electrocution and scissors. Now where am I gonna get the scissors from? So, explosive device, I need electrocution, so let's take that. And a cleaver somewhere in kitchen area type of thing. Just like the scissors. Wonder where he is. Is he... I have a sneaky suspicion. Let's start here. I think it's like 75 outside, might be more. Well, 75 is still not bad. Still, at least it's not 95, right? I think it's been like 95-ish, close to 100 last week. Thank God I have AC these days. Oh, 75C! Oh yeah, that's... Oh, you'll be dead. Let's see where are all these jokers. Over here. Oh. Okay. Let's start at the marina. Oops. Any disguise? Ooh, I gotta... Careful, I need event security for this. Okay, so he's first. Marina, let's start over there. 75 degrees, man. It's been 92 inside the warehouse. Oh my god, man. I feel for you. That's way too hot. See, hopefully, what is your problem? You are explosive device. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of his body. Hopefully he won't see me when I do this over. There we go. Done. Greetings and salutations. Hello, Canadianator. Welcome. Happy Friday. Now, let's see. Where are we going? He's upstairs, downstairs. Electrocution. Okay. And this is also electrocution. Okay. Well, that's a thing. 10 days till Eminem, yeah. He returns. So I gotta electrocute this dude.
lots of
I'm gonna run
security
over
here.
and play around with the pyrotechnics for the podium ceremony.
What? No.
Let's go see about the others first, because
Got
he's
this
not
shit under control, man.
he's not in a place where I can electrocute him.
I need to talk to
He's
the
probably
boss man
gonna
about these
walk.
uniforms.
What is your thing? Melee with scissors. Is there scissors nearby? I need some scissors. Hammer. Crowbar. I'll pick it up just in case, because no scissors. Okay. I also need to find a cleaver somewhere. I would very much enjoy seeing the celebrities playing their contracts. Yeah. That would be cool. But I suspect a lot of them don't play games. I suspect Eminem does, for some reason.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings. Where the fuck am I gonna find scissors? In here? No, I was in here. There's no scissors up here.
I love this job, don't you?
There is still
A little bit of cleaver. I also don't have a cleaver. Don't you imagine huge boom of sale, Wiz Khalifa or Eminem put out a video YouTube playing the game? Yeah, that would probably be... ooh, he's on... he's walking. But where are you walking, sir? Here? Don't tell me you're gonna walk straight through the fence. I've had that happen before. Let's see, maybe here they have a cleaver of some sorts. Oh, one on the makeup desk in the podium building. No, here's a cleaver. Well, a makeup desk in the podium building. So this is the podium building, right? Yeah. So... makeup desk.
Hey, you seen Ramon? No?
The audience has come to see something special. Nonetheless, this could go down.
Aha! Thank you very much. Found it.
It's as much about the car's stamina and technology as it is.
I use scissors, yeah. Is there a box here? No. Oh wait, I think there's a box over here. Right. And you are the cleaver. Oh. Crap. I was hoping that would bring him down, but yeah. I guess I'll have to go up. Let's see. Where was the stairs? Over here.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Good day to you, sir.
Okay. If I throw him down here, will people see that?
For newcomers to endurance racing, let me remind you that this is different from Grand Prix in that it's all about which team can go the distance. Fuel efficiency and reliability. That's the name of the game. This is where you see the car technology.
Cleaver.
There is still some time to go, folks.
Probably nothing, but I'm gonna take a look anyway.
Oh, see, you gotta keep your cool on
Can
this
I
track.
put him over the edge
Doesn't
here?
matter how strong your car is. There's always going to be someone pushing
Somewhere?
you, someone bumping into
Maybe?
you, cutting you off. It's how you respond that decides where you'll finish at the end of the day.
Ah, fuck. Well, I guess I'll just leave him here.
Let me just repeat some
Okay.
ground rules.
Now, this Joker. How are we gonna electrocute him?
Time's up. We have our winner.
There's no water here. Can I, like, lure him down here?
Huh? Dad?
Let's see if I can't bring him down here so I can put him in the same puddle he
Don't
is
break my
in.
balls here.
Try the coin, then I could continually
Hey. Wait a minute.
Dude.
I couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. False alarm then.
Uh-huh.
Is anyone there?
Yes, dude, somebody's here.
Wow. Wonder what that was.
Okay. Problems there, protection. What about by the plant?
God, not again.
Bonk. Okay. Now we go in here.
Huh? Oh. Are you okay?
He's having a nap. He's been hard at work, man. He needs some rest. Okay, let's see. We have a nice puddle here. Let's put you slap dab in the middle. You too, before your legs only aren't enough. Okay, welcome to the free X-ray Friday. Why isn't he dead? Is there any possibility of me killing him elsewhere? Hate when you're dragging something, breaks, scares the crap out of me every time. Yeah. Truly is, man. But fuck me, man. Game fucked me over.
Try and get up, sir. I need to determine the extent of your injuries first.
You gotta be kidding me, man. So I can't electrocute him here. Can I still save this? No, I'd have to drag him here. No. Nah.
Don't forget.
Not a chance. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Is the pommel gone now? No, I only have one electrocution thing on me, so... It's probably because he was on top of the dude. Yeah. Ah, he doesn't hear that. Okay. No. Gonna throw you over because somebody is walking here at some point in time. I had to try so many times to get a double execution in Dubai. Well, yeah, the puddles can be a nuisance, man. Sometimes they're slap dab in the middle, the two of them, and then I've had the same issue with on Hokkaido when I poured some water and then it didn't work for some reason. Alright, he goes walkabout, so let's get in here. And then get the scissors. Oh, let's get the cleaver first. Otherwise I keep going up and down the walkway.
So, I'm gonna run over and play around with the pyrotechnics for the podium ceremony.
What? No, you can't fool around with that. We
Close
just
enough
get
so
the
he's
place
triggered to do his walk.
I love this job, don't you?
Lick, lick, lick my balls!
Hey, Shardy!
Yeah, say that all the time.
That method is strong enough, like carbureted microtaser or something. I don't think that should really matter. Let's see, where was the... oh, it was over here, right? Scissors are over here. Well, if you can come in here, I could do electrocute him, but yeah. Scissors. Okay. Oh, that isn't the box. Oh, the box is all the way over there. He was scissors, right? Oh, I gotta be the race marshal. What? Oh, fuck. I fucked up. I thought I was event security for all except him. Okay, so I gotta kill him first, then do these two. Oh, I can't even kill him with the same thing because... Oh, I can. Oh, and then I kill them,
How
and then him
unfortunate.
as the last.
That will
as
affect
last.
your final payment.
Shardy_waffles_
Okay.
just redeemed. How unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. It is what it is. I can bring the big electrocutor, but yeah, it should... I think the problem is that I put him on top of the other dude and that somehow prevented them from getting electrocuted or something. Okay. Okay. So he's the easy one. No. Okay. So Scissor Boy over down there is last, but the dude over there I have to do. So it's basically. Oh, why am I all the way over here?
So,
Well,
I'm gonna
that
run
will
over and
trigger
play
him,
around with
so
the
I can
pyrotechnics
get
for the
him down
podium
there.
ceremony.
What? No, you can't fool around with that.
Get the cleaver.
Get the remote finisher valve.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Respect.
Security rules.
Hey, a fellow guard. See you around, man.
Get the scissors now. Okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs because that's the cleaver guy.
Brian
As-
brought K.
Oh, as
Wait till
event
your brakes
crew.
go.
What? Oh, okay, so I gotta kill these two first. I gotta take his outfit, come back, kill him, go back for his outfit and kill him. Good grief, man.
Wait,
Okay,
did I?
fine.
I'm tickled.
Hey, Benny. Welcome. Happy Friday.
Rick DAHI Rick DA Happy Rick DA Thumb Rick DA Hype Rick DA Pickle.
DA Pickle. Happy Friday, Penny. Welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Hang about, look out,
I gotta figure out a way to make a gift play when that sound comes. I wish I had a coin or something so I could lure him in, but yeah. I think I can catch him. Here.
Huh? What was that noise?
Oh crap, I didn't pick up the...
Crap! That is so annoying.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Huh? What's going on?
Hey, somebody try to be fun. Oh crap!
Hey, you know what, dude? Oops. Hey, listen to me.
Man.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay. Did you give a GRB gift without audio? I think it's something wrong. Well, I have something else in mind, but yeah. I just gotta figure out how to duplicate that. Okay, so he's in the puddle. He's in the puddle. Drop this. Let's see, he's event security, electrocution. Okay. There we go. Free X-ray day. Okay, so now I gotta change into event crew outfit. Oh, let's box them up. I don't think anybody... God damn it. Don't think anybody comes in here, but yeah. I don't want to risk it. Race Marshal, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it's both. Because this is event crew, and this is Race Marshal, so I have to go back and forth. Unless I can, like... Wait. I can probably get one of the event crew outfits. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, who was it? You are Race Marshal, okay. You are Cleaver. Scissors.
Please.
Yeah, that's race coordinator, so that's not the right one. I think this should be a box, right? But it isn't. Okay, so now I have to get event crew. And I think I can get one from over there.
Artful Jamie Jester Dean Wilhelm.
Hey Jamie, welcome. Happy Friday. Was there a door here? No. Okay, so I don't feel like walking all the way back. I think there's a dude here, which I can then... No, I thought I could bring her back. That's an ice machine.
What?
Crap.
Hold up for a sec, Marshall. Could I get a word?
What if I just bring him here? I know I'm already busted, but want to see if this would work.
Let me remind you that this is different from Grand Prix
Good to see you,
in that
sir.
it's all about which team can go the distance. Fuel
Oh, cleaver is
efficiency
illegal.
and reliability. That's the name of the game. This is where you see the car technology of tomorrow.
Yeah, she would see if I would. Fuck it.
There is
Okay,
still some
but
time
he
to go.
he's not found in the corner, so I can take his outfit. Okay. Okay. Kill 'em all! This map crashing a lot on console. It's because of the amount of NPCs the game can't register them on and crash it sometimes. Okay, then I would suspect Mumbai would be a complete disaster because the amount of NPCs there is even bigger. I think. Well, you have the stands here, so I don't know. There's also a lot of fake NPCs. I've never had a crashing issue on my Xbox playing Hitman. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not dismissing anybody that's having issues, but yeah. Boom. Don't forget to take the outfit. Drag your ass. Me a few times, yeah. Are you sure it's not overheating or something, then it's shutting down, or yeah. Well, could be all kinds of stuff. Software revisions, hardware revisions. I don't know. Maybe it's your storage that is acting up. There's so many possibilities for things to crash when you don't want them to. Could be the NPCs, I'm not ruling it out, but yeah. Only when I was doing a kill everyone and there were too many bodies filled out. Oh yeah. Even the PC gets cranky when you try to do a kill all. So, let me see.
Hey, see you for drinks afterwards and shenanigans?
Good day to you, sir.
He was the race marshal, he's the event crew. So I can't even do these two now. But I need some, well, while he is going walkabout over there, I'm gonna prepare over here. Hey, sir.
Surprise, motherfucker.
He really went pew, like a tree. Okay. Now, okay, he's coming this way. I'll have to wait. I wish I had a coin because that would make it simpler. Can I smuggle a coin easily here? No. Because with normal items you have to wait till the question mark goes away before you can lure them again. But with a coin you can just reset their attention span to the next coin.
I wonder what that was. God, not again. Oh. I just found a weapon. That's not good.
Can't you find a cop or something?
He found a weapon? You saw the cleaver, dude. Oh, fuck me.
That's understood.
Dude, please wait.
Wow. Easy, man. Huh?
God damn it, you could always grab the coin from the drummer guy in the underpass. Yeah, but I'm not...
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, man.
Exactly, man. Come on, man.
What was that noise?
What was that noise?
Hey, who's trying to break my balls here?
See, that doesn't work. It works with coins, though.
Damn. What's going on? Crap, that is so annoying.
If I dump him over there, he will die, right? Otherwise, I will just knock him out. Oh, come on.
Wow. I heard that. If anyone is there, show yourself, or you will be in a lot of trouble.
God, fucking damn it.
Shit, he's right there! The hell are you doing? Hell? Let go of that and put your hands where...
God damn it. Let's see, is there anything remotely close? Food stand. Oh, I'm going in the food stand anyways. So, give me some coins. Sharon Knox after fun describes a highly lethal injection. Should I be concerned? I'm not. Yeah, the dialogues, man, over here, they're so good. I really love the what they've done with that. Not some random, well, random. It's random to a point, but yeah, the random conversations that are on the map, they're so good. Oh, let's not forget to change. Okay. Looks like a lot like the yacht that was here in the my home city, the marina. There's a yacht builder there. Looks very, very much like the yacht that was there this summer. Last summer, I gotta say. Okay, get the cleaver, get the
playing around with the pyrotechnics for the podium ceremony.
What?
pyrotechnics for the podium ceremony. Where is the briefcase? Oh, it's over there. Get this, okay.
Runner has to be a death.
If he asks, just tell him I've got it under control. Whatever you do, don't.
Hi, I'm here. I'm back again.
Security looking hella tight today.
Keeping it real, right? Oh well, while he is over there.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on!
Why did he see me? Asshole. God damn it.
Hello there.
Hey, Corridor. I should have used the coins. Then he faces the wall to pick it up. Good Friday, Corridor. Good to see ya. The Wheel Deal. The Miami Echo. Okay. Here we go. Oi.
Whoa. Lose, whatever. Jesus Christ.
Put you out of sight. Oh, it's because I waited on the intro that he started to move. Right. Let's see, these guys. Okay. I'm hoping he's further along in his cycle so that he starts moving quicker.
So, I'm gonna run over and play around with the
He's just starting his thing, so that doesn't really matter.
No. Can't move around with that.
Whoa, I had a frame rate issues there. I'm security. Why am I not allowed to be back there? Security should basically
Nice day for it,
be
isn't it?
allowed anywhere. Well, except for VIP areas maybe, but yeah. Okay, get over here, sir. Okay. This is, he is the
The secret of endurance racing
event
is
crew,
to
right.
keep that car going
Good, okay,
until
good.
the end. This race is not over until the clock ticks down. There is still plenty of time left, folks. And
Why?
anything can happen. Oh, you look at that. There's no holding back out there. The battle for positions going on into
Cleaver.
that corner. Boy, oh boy, that's some great racing. Moses Lee is tearing up the track.
Okay. And he is race marshal. Yeah.
All about getting your car to go.
So let's change back into my security outfit. Where is he's on his way, he's on his way. Coins. Let's see, maybe he can spot these.
Huh? Damn.
Hey, you! I believe that's yours.
Hmm?
I wonder what that was.
Will he see this?
Hey! Somebody trying to be funny here or what?
Huh?
Okay, bonk. I'm gonna bonk you, dude. Here, catch. Event security is good. I wonder if this Adam looked like tomato plums after blowing up like that. What? Just to make sure you're in the right order, sir. Drop that. No. Okay, and now I need the event security outfit. A race marshal. We can go stab the dude with the scissors. Right? Yeah, as the race marshal. Okay. Yeah, still haven't found that dude, so that's good. Where are you, dude? Oh, you're over there. Let's see. Oh crap, I didn't pick up the scissors. Scissors. Okay.
Hello there.
Hi. Surprise, motherfucker. Woo!
What?
Okay. Sebastian Sutter gets around on the maps. 4. I've seen him on 3 different maps. Yeah. There's people getting around here. You're going here.
What the hell was that? Go check it out. I got your back.
Well, he was just accidentally knocked out. That isn't a real big deal, right? It was just an accident. There we go. You're ignoring your duties as race marshal. Yeah. Fuck the race. Alright, that was fun. Only one exit is active. Oh, I accidentally picked the right exit. Okay. It's all rigged for the Italians anyway. It's rigged, I tell you, rigged. Number 2 on the globals, nice. Number 1 on my, let's see, friends list. Manga. Oh, by 3 minutes almost. Okay. Let's see, Gus waits in 5 minutes. Then I'm here. Okay. Well done, everybody. Okay. Let's see. Can I find another one? Where's the Discord? Over here. Contract ID 2. 5470. What a weird name. Game modes, contracts, fired. Well, yeah, okay. I'll go find a new job. Dartmoor Guidance Show, 1 kill Sato. Oh, it's this 470. Yeah, there's so many Garden Show. If you have a title, or I would be happy to take a look at it, but yeah. Who are these ladies? Explosive device in the suit. Okay, so a boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Explosives. Let's take this. Let's see what these are before I do anything. Oh, I gotta pull the shutters down. Otherwise will become very, very warm here. Let's see, where are they? Oh, near the pool. Are they both near the pool? Oh, they're so close. Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna close my shutters to keep the heat out. All right. So let's start at the pool. Let's see, replan. Okay, because they are there, so I'm gonna be there. Cool. So Jamie, do you have an actual title or numbers? Ah, there you go. Okay. Then after this one, I will do this. Oh, it's these two ladies. Well, I so happen to have a durian present.
Oh. What's going on?
Hopefully they will go to the same toilet area over there.
Oh God, this is terrible. Oh, I'm in a hurl. Huh?
She isn't sick? Okay. What? I'm gonna turn on. Maybe not. Let's. I probably need to be closer to one of them to actually make it work. Let's see.
I'm glad we don't have to talk to that
What?
That should get them both, right?
Sir, why would you throw that?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I feel horrible.
Oh, I feel awful. I need to go to the bathroom. Like right now.
Are they seriously going to different toilets? Or she's going all the way over there. She's going there. And I only have one explosive device.
Okay. Hey, you okay? You should go see a doctor or something.
I couldn't be happier right now.
I have an idea though. She's going in there. Okay, so she will be there. Let's go check out the other one. Where is she going? Otherwise, I do have an idea. Yeah, she's in this toilet. Okay. Well, that could work. Unless there's somebody in here. No. Okay. What if... Duckies. Explosives. Trick shot duck. What does it do? This is explosive. Okay, take that one. And take tools. No, explosives. Take the Vuvuzela duck or the tracksuit duck. Explosive. Yeah, let's take this one. Oh, this proxy. Okay. What's this? Okay. Not a fan of time contracts? Yeah, me either. Let's see, is there something close by I can use? Ah, fuck. Don't want to go all the way over there. I could start over here. I need a key to get in here. This is on the other island. Changing rooms. Well, that is close enough, I guess. Let's see, let's try that. Okay.
Oh.
Trick shot duck.
Phew. I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman anymore. Wow. Excuse me?
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman.
Get the durian, okay.
Really eager to get him out of the house. No idea why.
So they
that's
both
quite
have a
the
ducky now,
stubborn
right?
asking if he was in there. Wow, that's really...
Slow down, pal.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna go to the exit. To one of the exits at least. I'll just wait for them to walk over to the to their respective puke spots. Until they're both puking, and then we'll pull the trigger. Hopefully they will get there within the minute 20 I have left. Because they are going a long way. Oh, I have a minute 40 left. Okay. Just looking at my actual timer. Idiot. I'm the idiot. Okay. He's here. Okay. Okay, they're puking, so... Wait, why didn't she die?
Someone set off an explosion! Oh, my ears!
Huh?
Command, the explosion was set up by some kind of...
Why isn't she dead?
Oh God, no!
Which one did I give her? The okay. Was it the trick shot? Which one wasn't deadly? Puking must have been a good night. Yeah. Okay, so which one? I hate it when things don't work the way I want them to. A highly elastic polymer coating makes it particularly suited for showing off one's skills. It will bounce off surfaces and non-corners. Okay. I'm just gonna take the... Oh, this was a proximity duck. Pale duck explosive. Okay. Medium explosive device disguised as a pale duck brand rubber duck. Detonated remotely. Okay. Oh, the neon duck. Or the Muay Thai duck. It's proximity activated. Okay. Showcase duck. This is explosive. It doesn't say it's knocking out, so let's take this one. What's it? I'm gonna see if the Vuvuzela duck actually kills them. Okay, Vuvuzela duck. Hey, lady.
Give a hoot. Don't pollute.
Oh, that works. Okay. The dragon duck is silent, but do they burn up? No, that's not silent. I don't believe that. It spews fire first, so then maybe they burn, but well. Replan. Let's see. Planning. Vuvuzela duck and the dragon duck. I also have the devils. Okay, what is this? A medium explosive rubber duck designed to resemble a dragon breathes fire before remotely detonating. Be careful to tip the scales in your favor. Will attract attention if spotted. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's give one of them to the girls and the other one... yeah, they're both girls. But you know what I mean. Let's go give them to them and then... Okay.
Oh.
Dragon duck.
Phew. I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman anymore.
So nice to finally feel free.
Excuse me, sir. I think. Wow.
Beautiful.
Okay, they both have that.
I'm sorry, sir. You cannot go in there. You'll have to book an appointment with Miss Petrova first.
Sorry, I'm leaving. I'm so glad I don't have to talk to that Petrova woman anymore.
Hardly get away from her.
Here.
Embarrassed. Hey.
Wow.
Have a nice puke.
Put some effort in it, like you.
Put some effort in it, like you mean it. Yes, there. Okay. Is there only one exit? No, right? Completed. Only one exit is active. Oh, where was the exit? Oh, because it wasn't showing right now. So I'm hoping it's this exit. Okay. They're walking. Oh my god, they're walking. It's basically justice for almost for both of them. Because she is puking now and now she is puking, so that should be good. What it be the flipping seaplane exit? Oh my god, I hope not. Oh, it's the pier. Yeah, I won't get there before before I need to. Crap. Yeah, I might have made it, but yeah, I'm now that I know where it is, I can do that.
Phew.
Oh.
I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman anymore. Huh. Strange.
There.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sir, please don't enter. Miss Petrova sets up the spa appointment. Please talk to her first.
Sorry, I'm leaving.
Did you notice how clean she was last night? Portman could hardly get away from her.
Damn.
Sir, don't throw stuff around.
Alrighty then.
Mr. Reaper, welcome to Haven Island.
Yeah, name's
please
Reaper.
place your key to
Grim
the
Reaper.
private cabin.
Enjoy your stay. Oh, maybe not let them see me pull the trigger. I don't know if that's
Listen, you're gonna end up getting hurt like this.
Okay, she's puking. Oh, so she's going in. Okay. Okay, she's puking. She's puking. There we go. There we go. The poor other lady started burning before she blew up, so the dragon duck. Yeah, baby. Got him. Number 2. How is that number 2 strategy? Friends, let's see. 101. How the hell did you get that? Did you manage to lure them someplace on the other side or something? How even? Maybe you made somebody else sick? They both went to the other one? No, because it takes them that long to move on. Well, propane accident. No, I don't think that is possible. Because it said explosive device and not an explosive accident. So device means you have to have a bomb of some sort. I really can't think of anything else. Unless you can lure them to the other side somehow into the bushes and then put a breaching charge under them and then blow it up without anybody seeing it. Yeah, if they panic, maybe they run to a secluded spot. Maybe. But that also depends on where the secluded spot is, of course. But I don't think so. They usually run like 10-15 meters away and then... Let's see.
I mean, honestly, Charles, I've been
I don't think I can, no.
I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman.
Hey, we need some help here. Please, get some help.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose.
Okay, leave it to the pros.
They split up as well. See? Like I said, 10-15 meters. 20 at max. And then there's like, whatever. Maybe I can... What if I throw it into the water or something? Make him go one way. Showcase duck.
Okay. Hey, if you don't want that, put it in the trash can. Okay, what the hell was that blast? Let's move in.
Copy that.
Where are you going, ladies? She's going there. She's going this way.
Keep your eyes open. This place could be rigged.
Roger that.
Get out of here! Now! Move! Move! Anybody copy? No sign of any pup. Moving on.
Yeah, that doesn't really work. I wonder how they did it.
Can someone help me?
What? Oh, okay. Well, now they're fleeing the same way.
What's going on? Are we in danger?
You'd better start concentrating on what's going on around here.
What's going on here? Come on, tell me.
there's this man doing stuff that is clearly illegal.
Thank you. I'll check it out.
Try running away from this!
Eat it. I'm not here for dinner, dude.
You gotta be kidding! He's gone! I need some help here.
No pacifications, so it's not like I can lure them somewhere and then...
We need to secure the area. I need you to get as far away as possible. This is for your own safety. Do you understand?
No problem, I understand.
I need some help over here.
Yeah, and if I place an explosive here... where are they? Over here. Yeah, they might be blown over, but yeah, that doesn't work. These earphones? Yeah.
The perpetrator's nearby. Please, someone help me? I saw this dubious looking dude. I think he's up to no good.
Yeah, I'm on it, sir. I'm on it. Describe him for me, please.
Are you deaf? I mean, come on!
He's reporting me to me.
Hey! Better get your head out of your ass double quick.
Hey, you!
Hello?
What seems to be the
Yeah,
problem?
no idea. It's just gonna... Could you make someone else sick so they go to a different bathroom? I could try. Let's see. Contracts. History. Let's go here. Said let's go here. Little area. Smuggle a pickup. Where is it? Fill up bathroom. No. Changing rooms. Tools, mainly. This and take a seeker. Okay. Can try. We can always try. Who are we gonna do? Him?
Oh, God, what's going on? I feel horrible.
Crap. What the hell did I hit? All shots must hit an NPC. I want to hit somebody on their side because then otherwise I suppose this girl goes here.
I don't think this is good at all.
Oh, this isn't good. Oh, I don't think this is good at all.
Give them the ducks.
Phew. I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman anymore. Did you notice? Huh. Strange. Excuse me?
No.
Still, I'm already half a
I'm
minute
sorry,
in.
sir. You cannot go in there. You'll have to book an appointment with Miss Petrova first.
Okay.
Phew. I'm glad we don't have to talk to that Petrova woman anymore. Hey!
Huh?
You can't throw that.
See? Minute is already gone, and the other one was already done by now. Where are you going, girls? They're still going.
What? Ah, joy. Oh?
She's probably going to the other bathroom, so is she. So I wonder why they split up.
That'll happen.
Oh, she's going to one of the houses. Okay, interesting. So where is she going? She's still going to the other bathroom. Yeah, she's still going here. Wonder why the other dude didn't go here. It's weird. Oh well. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, trying to figure out. Let's see. Artful Jamie had one. Let's see. Copy that. Game modes, contracts. Was a featured contract on the castle map. I remember giving 3 guards ducks to blow them up and threw them over the wall. Yeah, you can. But I was waiting for the girls to be in secluded spots before I blew them up, because otherwise they would be spotted. I would have red guns, so yeah. That contract cannot be found, Artful Jamie. Did I copy it right? Yeah, 74. Yeah, that's it. So Jamie, that is not... Those are not the right numbers. Is this an Epic contract or is this Steam? Because the one means it's PC, but yeah. Don't know which one it is. It has to be on Epic, unfortunately. Let's see. See, I have some from some other people. Let's try that. Contract lookup. Totally SI contract. Okay. Bad games. Okay. A kitchen knife, thrown weapon, so that can be the kitchen knife. And a fiber wire, okay. Let's see, tools, melee, fiber wire, red tie, and kitchen knife. That's not something I have, but if I start over here, I think I have a kitchen knife. Let's take some distraction coins. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta be in a suit. Thrown weapon, kitchen knife. So there should be a kitchen knife right here. Okay. Come on up, milady. Oh, that's Can I get you to come up here, miss? No. Oh, they saw that, did they? Oh well. Greedy coin. Hey, miss. Why don't you come up here? Let's bring you right there. Okay. That doesn't work.
Hello there.
Hey, Panda. Did that code work? No, it didn't. Excedrin headache. Yeah. That code didn't work, Jamie, so... Does this work? I don't have the... Oh, you can't shoot the wall. Okay. Okay. Let's smuggle in a... Where does she go if she gets sick? Since I have to hit an NPC anyway, so bullet distractions are out of the way. Let's smuggle some safe house. I don't know where the others are, so just in case, I'm gonna bring something to make the others sick too. Coin her up. Coming up, lady. Oh. Let's pick up a thing. Oh, it must be a headshot. Okay, I can live with that. Okay. Where's the others?
Mr. Caruso has specifically demanded this bottle today. I can't find it. It's nowhere. I looked. We have one.
Okay. There's no knockouts probably. Yeah, no knockouts. Oh, okay. They ticked all the boxes. Okay.
And I know it was here last
Okay, so I know that works now, but just gotta make sure she's. I hit her in the head. That's a bit of a thing from this distance. Coin. Okay. She was thrown weapon too, right? Right.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Got her. Knife, kitchen knife. Whoa. Okay. Let's put you in the box just to be sure. Okay. Can I coin you in here, sir?
Look over there. Sure.
Fuck me. And I can't.
Me, I got nothing.
Maybe I can make you sick and then. Oh, fuck.
Hey, you!
Fuck me.
Wandering around where you're not allowed.
You are thrown weapon also.
Yourself, mister. You're in trouble.
God damn it. Okay, so make the other one or throw something in the other direction. Like, I think there's a spoiled spaghetti can there. And then get the other one to come in here. Okay. No. Down. Okay. Forking hell. Okay. The code didn't work. Okay, I'll when I'm done with this one, I'll look for forking hell. Okay. Wasn't there a can here? Yeah. Okay, dude, if you go over there.
Haha, very funny, irresponsible jerk.
Oh. Come over, dude. Come over. Okay, you hear that? And then this.
Jeez.
And then kitchen knife, thrown weapon. Okay. Where are they? The dining hall. Level 4. And this is all the way in the garden. Okay, so I need to go up. Question is, what is the best way to go up? This way? The only way is up, baby. You and me. Let's not. Let's go around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. Oh, there's a coin here. You can never have enough coins. Okay. Oh, fuck. What is this? Why am I in here? Okay. Where was she? Oh, is she? I see where she is. Okay. Oh, fuck me. That's not good. Let's see. Slip through here and then through here. The entrance hall. Yeah, they're looking at that, so I need to go here. I need to go to my left. Yeah, I need to go through there. What else do I have? Coin. Maybe I can coin her the other side. Oh, fuck. Okay, what's her problem? Thrown weapon. Okay. Oh, I thought she was gonna come in here. I have nowhere to stash this lady. Oh, over here, maybe. Hopefully nobody comes from the other side. Okay, and then where's my last victim? Over there. Oh, he's right. He's on the other side of the garden. Oh, that's a thing. It's the best way to get there. Okay. The cook here for a smoke or what? Yeah. Is he the strangulation dude? Fiber wire, yeah. Oh shit, I have to deal with this camera that's right over here. Fuck! Okay. They're going that way. Now I can go here.
Francesca. I know. I'm not the one who called. I didn't say
What the hell was that?
Yes.
Okay. Only one exit. Oh, fuck. I have to go there. Can I change disguises, please? Oh, changing disguises. Oh, fuck me, man. Whoever did this can go fuck themselves. Oh, and I can't shoot. Can I shoot anything? It's perfect shooter. All shots must hit an NPC. Yeah, okay. That's what I was afraid of. I wish I could get over here. See, now this is a pain in the ass. Fuck. Man, I hate it when people... Oh, tick all the fucking boxes. Why not? Take away everything that I can do.
Well, it's a little late to back out now. Let's go show them what the face
Is there another way to get down there? I think so. Oh, right. I can get past on the other side where the camera is. Do I have a key card for this? No. Yeah, then this dude is in the way.
What the?
Oh, no, you don't.
And since I cannot be killing it, and then this dude is a problem. Man.
Miss Security, drop.
They really want me to go there, huh? Not only do you have to get around in the suit, you also have to get around these dudes. Or that is also a possibility, I think. Through the caves. Do I need the durian? Did I use it? No. So what I can do is put a key card in there. Oh, fuck. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay.
Oh, coming through.
Fuck.
Huh? What's that? Say what?
Okay.
What the hell is happening?
Ah, fuck.
Ah.
What? Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you know, I heard that. Huh?
Coins are not behaving as I expect them to behave.
Come on, huh? Jeez.
Okay. He did a weird route, but okay. Okay. Let's like go outside again. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Jason.
You gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty.
It's time to get swifty. Okay, dude. What are you staring at? Turn around. I don't want to give you another coin. Well, I do have. Expired. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
What? Who threw
Okay.
that?
Working well. Thank you for the lurk, aging FPS, Penny. And hey, Abe. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Card here.
Okay. Whatever.
Then maybe I can lure her in here. Coin her in.
Huh? Hey, you! Don't throw that here!
Okay. Got her. Now we have to get... No, this is not what I need. This is what I want. Okay, so she's over there. This goes to the... Right. I think I need this one, right? This goes down. This is the wrong stairwell. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem too. But if I go to... Need to go here eventually. Oh, but I gotta go kill him first, so... That is a thing.
Especially around the lab entrance.
That's because Caruso's creating a monster.
Wait, really?
Oh, you schmuck.
Okay, so the camera is gone. Oh, he's over there. Can I get this dude to come down here? That's the real question.
Whoa. What the hell was that?
Aha, I can. Which way is he gonna go? That way.
I feel horrible. Don't even know why. I don't even care. Just going through the motions here. A puppet. That's what I am.
Fiber wire, okay.
Huh? Huh.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay. But that leaves me with one last problem. How the fuck am I gonna go there? Oh wait, I have the didn't bring. I didn't pick up the key card, you idiot. Fuck. How the fuck am I going to... Can I make this dude... Hopefully he will see the gun and then fuck off. And then I can maybe get past these dudes. Hopefully he doesn't just put it in there. He goes into the mansion or something. Yeah.
Say what? Stay put. I'm going to hide.
Yes, no, I will not be a problem. You said stay here, I'm here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What?
I cannot believe I got away with that. Holy shit. Oh, I was gonna say, the exit is right here, right? There we go, yes. That gets the heart pumping, yes.
Duh. Winning.
Holy shit, man. How the hell did that work? God damn. So glad that worked. Okay. Yeah, number one, number two on the globals. Yeah, who's first? Who's on first? Thank you. In 5 minutes, half the time, less than half the time. Nice. I'm not gonna try and beat that. Thank you, Penny. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Forking Hell by Artful Jamie. Let's see if we can find it. Game modes, contracts, search, Forking Hell. No contracts found. Okay. Forking. Oops. No, Jamie, no. Nothing. No forking, no Forking Hell. Search. Hell. Oh, I have a lot of hell thing. Hell is frozen over. And yeah, the idea is, Jamie, is is it on Epic? It was called Forking Hell. Yeah. Just forking alone isn't even found, so it isn't even in the title. There is no contracted forking in the title. Is that something where you need to use the meat fork? Because I unlocked that too. Career inventory. That under melee. Meat fork, here it is. Well, if you can find it, I will. I still hear Artful Jamie. I don't see in the list, so let's find another one by almost 47. Oh, let's start in the back end. I've been playing a lot of Mecha Comedian lately. Yeah, I've seen gameplay on the online. That seems like a fun game. Let's see. Feature, no. Game modes. but I don't know how long that will be fun, you know? Because it's almost like prop hunt for what Call of Duty has, and there you gotta paint, but there's almost, yeah. Right now I've seen so many of those shorts, I have a good feeling I know almost all the hiding spots, so. I think they added new drops today, fun and cheap, yeah. Yeah, the drop for today is the trophy duck. Oh, I have a, I think, let me see. I think I have a Wizard DLC available. So I don't know if anybody wants a shot at that. I have that for all major platforms. Steam, Xbox, PlayStation or Epic. I could do a giveaway. But people add maps all the time in the workshop. Ah, okay. The devs already made 71 million. Yeah, if you have a fun little game, it doesn't have to be fantastic looking. If the gameplay is cool, then, and it's a hype. If I think there's also a hype if some big streamers start playing that, then everybody starts playing it. It's just the way it is. If somebody like Shroud or I don't know, Asmongold or whoever starts streaming that stuff, yeah, then you're gonna sell a lot of those games, and if they have fun. Offline TV people? What? Yeah, Asma. Whoever, it's one of the big streamers that come to mind that play shit. But Shroud is also weird. That's points. But you know what I mean. If one of the big streamers plays it, then people will pick it up and they will go with it. Border J, Disguise Toast, yeah. I'm gonna start a giveaway for the Wizard DLC. The Wiz. Yeah, the Wizard DLC. Let's see, giveaway. Let's put that on 15 minutes. Wizard. Wizard. Open giveaway. Okay, console. Oh, giveaway. Twitch, OBS. Where's my shit over here? Type wizard for, oh. Gotta do it right. Wizard for a chance to win the Wizard DLC. It's one of the last things I have. Okay. Hello. Why can't I? Sometimes the things, man, it's all fucked up. Wizard DLC. Yes, pin that please for 14 minutes. Okay. You think it's that one? Okay. I will give it a shot. Contract lookup. There we go. Dartmoor Garden Massacre. Let me get my shit back. There we go. By Bilser. Okay. Morning Agent. This year the head of the Bev family is about to marry his daughter to one of his influential family friends. Being the fifth on the list, our client wants to become the fiancé of Bev's daughter. Due to greed and lust, he intends to eliminate all his competitors. I was reading that. All his competitors, representatives of the cartel, London Syndicate Russians, and grandson of the Sheikh Al-Qassami. All of them received an invitation to the Dartmoor Garden Show this morning. None of them should leave. Okay. Garden Fork, okay. That's it, okay. Cheers. Hide all the bodies. Okay. I can live with this. Let's go. Hi. Hi. Okay. From
I think the heel on this shoe is coming loose. I cannot.
I think the heel on this shoe is coming loose.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you.
Okay. Shears. Wasn't there something in the van? Oh, I thought this van
Sir.
opened. Oh, this one.
You're a resourceful man. You'll manage.
Oh, that's a wrench. Okay. Well, wrench is always nice. So I gotta kill you and hide you. Let's see, maybe the guys over here have shears. Let's go see. Glad I have my high thigh and my boots on. My whatever it's called. No shears. Nothing, nothing. What do you have over here? A brick. Lexacalo. There's usually some implement. Is it a... Yes, I need this. Okay. Hermetic red poison. Oh, the shears are probably along the edge there. And then yoink your fish. That was the stuff for the giveaway. I don't think anybody entered, so... Oh, didn't I reset this last time? What? Did everybody join? No. Oh. Okay, I guess nobody wants the DLC, then that's also fine. Reset. Yes. Okay, giveaway has been closed. Console. And then this, and then this. Oh, it's you. Okay. Stephen Burns. Okay, I can get you here, I think.
Did you hear that? Go see what's going on. Well, certainly.
Certainly.
Weird. Can you go and see what's going on? Sure.
Okay.
Huh. Guess it was nothing.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Calm down, calm down. I'll check it
Oh,
out.
fuck off.
Good. I totally understand.
Why does this always happen? Why?
Gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah, I can't kill him here and put him in there because they will see that. Why are you here, dude? if I give you a briefcase?
Hey, someone there?
Yes. Okay. Here, catch. Okay. That's one. What is your hatchet? What the fuck?
If you have a large
Let's see, I think there is a garden shears here somewhere. Yes. Okay. Are you the garden fork dude?
Check that out, would you?
Sure.
Why are you sending him there?
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Excuse me, you lost something.
Yeah, my mind.
Oh. What was that? Hello?
Good.
Someone there?
Okay, so... Oh, the problem is... Oh, I'm gonna get you here. You're the garden fork dude, right? Yeah.
No, 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 no!
Okay. Let's turn you into mulch. Okay, so that leaves Hatchet Boy and Shears. Hatchet is probably over here. Hatchet. Let's put that in here. Okay, cool. Oh, Hatchet Boy. Oh, maybe I can bring him to the toilet. If I can put a dart in him.
I'm remembering the look on that person just to go with me. Oh. Well,
Hatchet Boy.
they'll probably try to sneak another one by.
The problem is they're all watching me.
Pretty good for us.
Would I be able to shoot anybody from here? Oh, he's there now, but he can't see me. Is he going back or is he? He's coming this way. Man, all these people walking around here. It's annoying.
Oh no. Hello?
Fuck.
Yeah, I need some help.
Delivery greenhouse. Gotta go there anyway. The library. Can you even get to the library in the garden party? I don't think so. That's weird. The laundry room. I thought it was all closed off during the garden party. Don't think you can. No, that's what I thought, right? Everything is closed. You can't go there. Yeah, let's see. Here, everything is dark. And that was the what was it? What I said? You can get in here, but you can't go through here. This is all closed off. You can't get in here, but that is all closed. So it's weird that they would put that. Yeah, see, there's nothing even here. Everything is empty. Let's restart. Yeah, you can go inside with it, but that's everything. But the smuggle spots don't make sense. What they are offering you. So weird. Let's go grab the durian. Gonna use the durian on that dude that walks around in the middle, so that he goes to the toilets, and then I can get him right there. Okay, durian, yoink. Right. Put that in the briefcase. Okay, cool. Oh, I gotta get some, use the garden fork, right? Yeah, use the fork. Where were the shears again? I have the fork here. Oh, the shears are here. Where was the garden fork then? So, oh, there's one over here. Let's yoink that while we're at it. Okay. Now let's get this guy on this side. Oh, he's walking that way. Gotta make it so that only he hears.
I wonder what that was.
That's not for you, dude.
Excuse me, sir. I think you dropped that.
Yeah, I did. To get you off my ass.
Oh. Alright, you got my attention.
Alright, you can fuck right off.
Hey, you! You dropped something!
Hey, you can go there, please.
Check that out, would you?
Yes, yes.
Why is he coming here?
Wow. Someone there?
Right, okay, so I can block him.
Hey! Excuse me, sir? I think you dropped something?
Okay, and he was the fork. He's gonna get forked. I'll get him when he walks back, because I have a witness right there, and if I kill him, he will see that.
Who is there? Hey, you! You dropped something.
Yeah, I know. Now go back. It is melee. Okay, so do not throw this. I think I threw it the last time. Okay. Thank you here. shred this. Okay. Which means I will have, let's see, I have the shears, yes. Let's go use the durian on this dude.
Tall Greek guy with an amazing talent.
Hey, how are you?
But you must be doing well for
Hi.
yourself if you're here. That's my watermark, at least.
Okay, so I think I'm far enough away from other NPCs so that they don't get sick when I drop this. And then this dude is here.
Excuse me, sir. I think you dropped that.
Oh, yeah, I feel horrible.
Nice.
Hey there, big guy.
Oh, yeah. You look rough.
Yeah, real rough. Oh, you're the hatchet guy. Okay.
Do I know? Okay.
And he is melee hatchet. Okay, so I gotta be careful. Oh, see, there's Smoky Boy.
Good to see you, sir.
Okay, so I can't put Smoky Boy here. Well, I can technically if I don't mulch him.
Damn. Oh, okay.
Okay. Hatchet. You guys don't see anything. Nobody's dragging a dead body here. Okay, mulch him. I'm gonna put you in here. Okay. Grab this. I don't think I need a hatchet anymore. Let's see. He's anything and the other one is shears. So he is anything and he is shears dude. So I think I can lure him where I need to.
Corner of your mouth.
Yeah, hey.
Let's see.
What do you think that noise was? Someone should go see.
Certainly.
Weird. How was that?
Nice. Okay. He's gonna get screwed. Okay. Now the question is, how do we take care of this dude? That's the big question. Yeah, if I make a noise, he's gonna notice. No NPCs. Yeah, if I'm gonna try and shoot him here, they will see. He's the puzzle here. If I give him the briefcase, he will go to one of those guys. If I'm here, let's see, she's real. They aren't.
Hello, handsome.
Hi.
You're freaking me out. Stop that.
GC's here. Problem is, he's also real. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, King Rennie.
You gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty.
Do me a favor and see what's up, would you?
I get it. No problem.
Oh, he sent this lady?
Hey there.
Hi. What are you doing later?
So radiant today.
Thank you.
Get away from me, you creep.
Nothing.
First you compliment me, then you tell me to get away. Ah.
Glowing today. I've never been so jealous in my life.
And people wonder why the dating scene is so hard.
BHA? Colloidal gold?
I'm so flattered that you noticed. I really amped up the amount of retinoids in my
How the fuck am I going to get him? I wasn't... Yeah, I can't change outfits, so... Maybe I should have used the durian for this dude. Yeah, he's looking... Yeah. Go look somewhere else.
Huh?
Got him.
Make way, people. Gotta find a bathroom right now.
Okay, let's see where he goes. He was the shears, which I have. Okay, cool. Let's find out. It's definitely a challenge. Yeah, you can say that again. So he goes to the water's edge over there, which I hope, if I kill him, I can roll him into the water. What the fuck? Where is he going? There we go. And I did pick up the keys, so we're gonna go for the speedboat.
Ah.
Please tell me it wasn't thrown. Ah, it was melee. Okay. Almost afraid we had to do this again. Squirrel. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jamie.
Artful Jamie just redeemed applause.
That was a nice contract. Number 2 in the world. Let's see. Ulcer, 757. Okay. 1111. 2651. Well, you got it done, Al. So that's very good. Nice. Okay. Let's see. I had one that I had loaded up. So game mode, contracts, history. Did I not? Is it in my history? No, it's not. Okay. So let's go to the thing. Get this. Look up. Homeless 47 by Jacques. Oh, Schnitzel. Okay. Accident, sniper kill. Couldn't any get better than that, right? Sniper kill only use ULR sports rifle. Exit only through the ICA base. What? What's the ICA base? Is that the Okay, so they want me to bring a sniper rifle. It's the last one here, right? UL sports rifle, okay. Accident, sniper rifle, unarmed. As a homeless person, okay. So he's probably first then. So then I can start right here, yes. Accident. Tools. Remote micro taser. Exit underground facility, the secret exit. What is the secret exit? Is that the where you need the level 4 dongle for? Because that's a pain in the ass to get. Oh my god. How do I get that again? Is the dongle, is that in Imogen's office or is it on her person?
Have you seen a girl around? Short hair with a bright green bag?
Sorry.
Huh. This wasn't the start I thought it would be, or where they thought the dudes would be. I mean, that can be the only ICA base that makes sense. Well, yeah, maybe. What is your... Oh, unarmed as the homeless person. So I need to get the homeless person outfit first. So kill the homeless dude first. Is that him? Oh, that's her. Okay. Okay, excellent. So that's push. Zhongzhui, homeless. The homeless. Where are you then? So it's here. Oh, you're the one sleeping behind the apartments. Okay.
What's going on in
Huh?
that noodle food? It's 3 in the morning, and I swear I've seen at least 4 chefs turning up for work.
Huh? Oh, you just need to get the outfit. Okay. Okay. Homeless person. Okay. Fine. Then I need an accident for him, and I think I know how I will get him. Oh, but now she's here. Oh, fuck me. What's your thing? These don't explode. Okay.
Don't litter, you asshole!
Okay, she's gonna get it.
What's that? Really? Huh? Oh, shit.
He's looking over there.
Oh, come on.
Do not get who spotted me? Ah, fuck. Okay. Not there. Then balcony, no. Then I don't have a suit, so I can't carry the briefcase, so I'll just do it like this then. Okay. Okay.
Have you seen a girl around? Short hair.
No, sorry, lady. This rain is ruining my suit. It's all homeless person, right? Homeless, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna be rich. Get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna be rich. Hello, fellas. Just here for your homeless person. Okay. Oh, this dude saw me shooting the.
What the hell was that?
Who saw that? Did he see me shoot that while he was looking at... Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me, man. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, let's try that again. No, it was red. They were not green. Oh yeah, I had green guns, but the objective was... I failed an optional objective, and then you can get 5 stars. So that's why we start again.
That flyer they started handing out to the homeless really got them flowing in.
Weird.
Okay. Yes. Gonna use your coin against you.
Oh. Anyone there?
Who spots me doing this? He was looking the other way. And still I am spotted. Why?
You look guilty as sin. Did you have something to do with it?
I don't get it, man. TV reflective? Yeah, possibly.
Have you seen a girl around? Short hair with a bright green bag.
Okay, maybe do somebody else first? I don't know. This is so annoying. The TV isn't... It isn't a mirror. So... I would not expect that to be a, an issue.
That flyer they started handing out to the homeless really got...
Oh well. Okay. We have to do this for you, dude. You're down in your luck as it is. It's got to be an accident. Okay, let's.
What?
Sir, you dropped something.
Huh?
You've been in an accident. Please, just stay still. I'll go get help. It's 3 in the morning, and I swear I've seen at least 4 chefs turning up for
Oh,
work.
she's sniper rifle. She is accident. Okay. Okay. Since they're still in their thing here.
But I'm in such a mood.
If you're gonna talk like that, you can go alone.
Yeah, if I lure her here, I think she's gonna fuck off. What's her poison? Is that also an accident? Oh, unarmed. Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. She gets in there.
It feels like you can see everything from up here. He used to come up here. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Shit. What's today's code? 1, 2, 3. No.
What?
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. Right. Let's see. Oh, shit. I have to deal with this lady. Is there a propane tank nearby? Is there even a propane tank on this map? Let me see. John King. Propane flask. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way up there. Yeah, that's not handy dandy. So it's all the way up there somewhere. Oh, she's sleeping. Okay. Sniper rifle. Okay. Let's put you in here. Don't need a sniper rifle anymore. Okay, she's here now. Okay.
What was that?
Okay. Now I gotta go down to that lady, push her over, and that will be it. Nice. Got it figured out. Oh, maybe we can start over here. No, because I'm not in the homeless outfit. So. Accident. Goodbye. Let's see, where's the... Oh, there's an exit right here. I'm taking it. Nice. Yep. Number one. Number one in the world. And I'm also last. 1510. Okay, nice. Thank you, Penny. Thank you. Okay, so that was one from the archives. Schnitzel. Look at my eyes, bro. Steam, Xbox. I don't have an Epic ID for that. Oh, it's over here on Epic. Okay, let's see. Hey, Ashley. Welcome back. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Let's see. Go here. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one. This involves getting a character you can't get by, can't get to, and you gotta make him fall. So that's, yeah, it's a puzzle, but this is bullshit. I'll show you. After here. So. Okay, you have to get him. And he has to fall. So, and I have managed to get him to knock him out and fall over the edge, but that didn't count as a fall. So yeah, I'm I'm not doing that. Let's see, where is my Discord? Over here. Let's see. What else do we have here? Sad game speedrun. Okay. Let's take a peek at that one. Game modes, contracts, and then here. Speedrunner numero dos. Be fast, that's it. Okay. Oh, it's him. As the gardener, okay. So we're starting as the gardener. Ball accident. Pistol. Any injected poison. Okay. Poison. Matics, lethals. Let's take a gun. Let's take that one. Yeah, okay. I'm not a speedrunner, so yeah, I probably won't end up in the top 10, but we'll see. So the chef goes for a smoke, so we can wait till he gets out there. Well, good luck with this contract, my friend. Thank you.
No gardeners, sorry. Very strict security measures today.
Oh, I forgot you were there.
Okay, people, this is a security announcement. Copy. Please remain calm. We have a minor situation.
I can just pop in here. And then I have to go over there. Like this.
What was that?
And then I'll have to get out there somewhere. Oh, that's him. Yeah, I know who that is.
Man, do you copy?
I'm 43.
Security is getting tighter and tighter.
And he's an accident. Yeah. It would be something like this. Okay. And then get to the exit, which is over there. Okay. Okay. We can do this. Maybe in reverse order. No, that would not be handy, I think. Okay. Wow, the frame rate if I start there is very annoying. All shots must hit an NPC. Okay, fuck. So I can't distract him with this shot right there. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Hopefully I can get away with it again. Like I did the first time. Why is my frame rate so... Let's take a peek at the sky. That usually helps. Okay.
It's hot. Sorry, no landscaping work for you here. Move along, okay?
Command. Okay, people.
Where is the... Oh, I can't just... Oh, no bodies may be found. Which bodies were found then? Are these two up here found? No. By the way, today came a reactivation of elusive target, the Procurers. Oh, those two. Two up there, one up there. So, oh god, I see what the problem was. Yeah. Because when I shoot one of them, the other one sees that. Crap. So how can I do this? Wait a minute. Does he smoke here? I want to check that out. I think he smokes, so I think I should be able to chuck a propane tank up there. But I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Yeah, see? Okay. So there's a propane tank right there. Okay.
Whoa!
Have you noticed how security is getting tighter and tighter? Especially around the lab entrance?
That's because...
Okay. Let's see if we can make this work. They're still up there, yes.
Sorry, we're not in need of a gardener right now. Please turn around and walk away.
Hope he comes here before...
Man in green, good day to you. Hey!
Crap, I missed.
Eyes open!
Okay, so that does work. She's panicking though. It only leaves her, by the way. So that would mean I can go in here. In here.
You better wait!
What's happening? Find someplace safe now!
Okay. And my aim. Pistol. Oh, maybe I can just do a pistol elimination. Then there's no chance I can miss. Okay. Goodbye.
Have you noticed how security is getting tighter and tighter? Especially around the lab entrance?
Okay. Avoid the camera there. Crap, that was a bit sooner than I hoped. Come on, man, go take smoke. Okay, maybe he's gonna go get a smoke first.
Huh.
Better lock and load.
Oh. Hey.
Target's engaged in a fist.
Oh, fuck. I should have thrown it here. Okay. I see what you did there. Oh, fuck me. Game. Okay. You go away. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Especially around the lab entrance.
Okay.
Tornati amici al secondo tempo e come stavamo dicendo sono stati assegnati altri calci di rigore.
Yeah, sorry, man. Can't let the gardeners be here. Sorry.
Okay, that's good. Let's hope he's... All shots might be headshots. Oh, fuck off. Oh, they ticked all the boxes again. Man, you're taking away all the fun with all these restrictions. Okay.
Notice how security is getting tighter and tighter, especially around the lab entrance. That's because
Passaggio lungo di Santorini, ben ricevuto da 46.
Di Santorini. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so he's freaking out right now. Can I get there before she calms down? I can, okay. Okay.
I really can't.
Was off. Cities down.
Avoid the camera. There we go. Easy peasy. No boost, no glitches. These two targets in Dartmoor. Now the Procurers is in this map, Sapienza, as if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Checked all the boxes. Number 3 on the globals. Okay, let's take a look at the cheat awards. Sankey in 126, Manga in 143, me in 2 minutes, and Panda in 209. So we're fairly close. Okay, so where did he find 15 seconds? I guess if you wait out the cutscene, then the dude might be on his way. Oh, I have an idea. I don't need this. What if just throwing stuff out there? Is this what kind of explosive is this? Proximity, okay. Purple streak. It's just an explosive, okay. What if I do it like this? So do not kill them straight out, but give him the duck. So people don't freak out. And what if I just let this play for a second? Okay. You go over.
Security is getting tighter and tighter.
I can go through here, right?
Hey, you!
No, I can't. Oh, is that's where the lady is, right? So I could go through there. Okay, let's go. Okay. You go there.
Security is getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah. That's a bit of a shame that oh, maybe I can get out here. Give that to them.
You know, that could be dangerous. You could have hit somebody.
He's still here.
My last gig was with
No.
So he's not dead even? What? Why isn't he dead? The purple ducky, that isn't a that's not a knockout. This is flash duck, right? Yeah. Okay. Dragon duck. Let's try that. The two cannibals in Dartmoor. Oh! I thought it was the other two, the two elderly gentlemen in Sapienza. Okay. I guess I was mistaken. Oh.
Sir?
Need help here!
Why didn't I get the push prompt? What's going on with that? Yeah, the two Hannibal Lecters. One is the cook and one is the one that gets the victims or something. Okay.
Security is getting tighter and tighter.
Oh, jeez. I don't think you're setting a good example for children.
Okay. Oh, he's still there. Okay. The two targets appear. Oh, the deceivers. Right. That's the one I was mixing up. Come on, dude. Okay. Oh. It was blown over. Where's the other one? Over here. Okay. So it basically worked, but it's a shame that the things went over. So maybe throw that thing to the other side, so that the other one picks it up, so that he doesn't get thrown over. At least that's the hope I have. I have a mod for that, Emilio show. So that's I can't remember exactly what it is, the mod framework, and then I have a FreeCam mod installed. This way.
What? Sir, why would you throw that?
Why wouldn't I throw that? Oh, now he comes over here. Okay. Hey, fellas.
There was a dead rat under my bones. Ah, good.
Dragon duck. Okay. I guess they didn't pick it up. Okay. Give them a regular duck. And remote concussion, remote explosive duck. Let's give them the devil. Okay. See, thoughts on Peacock project? I like the Peacock project. I use it a lot when I'm making videos about elusive targets and such. So that's the way I like to do it. So yeah, Peacock project is awesome. And that will ensure that you can still play the game when the or if the they said that the IOI servers eventually go offline, and then you still have a possibility to play, so that's good. I think the ducky was yeah, that should be better.
Maybe you should pick that up.
So where is he? Oh, he's over there. So he's not coming yet. Okay. It depends on his cycle what he does. Okay. Let's close that. Come on, dude. Don't stand around there for half an hour having an existential crisis because the radio is acting up. Let's turn that back on before the others come. Explosive. Avoid the camera. They're still there, okay. Pull the trigger. Now the other dude isn't... Oh my god. Fuck. So maybe it depends on who gets the... Who gets the ducky? So I gave it to the... I think the left one now. Let's put it on the right, see if that works. Goodbye. Syringe. Okay, let's put it up here then.
Back off. Huh? I don't mean to be a dork, but littering is against the law.
What's he doing? Okay, he's over there. Just realized I don't need to be in there. Come on.
Huh.
Okay, so that doesn't work. But that does mean I have to like do the propane tank and hopefully, but I don't get it. The other dude, there was first time there was a far longer delay on the that's why I don't get it.
Have you noticed how security is getting tighter and tighter? Especially around the lab entrance. That's where it gets worse.
Oh, but that's why, because I went back for her. So if I now... Okay.
Huh? You know, that could be dangerous. You could have hit somebody.
Oh, now he comes here?
What the?
dropped a little friend there.
I was hoping he would be in his routine that he was inside the kitchen, so that maybe he wouldn't panic.
Please don't. Oh!
Notice how security is getting tighter and tighter, especially around the lab entrance.
Okay, get in here. Get in here. Get that.
You know, it's not appropriate to throw things.
Yeah, see, now he's here again. Come on, why the fuck can't I go over? Oh, this is good, this is good.
Whoa.
Fuck!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay, last try. This is gonna be it, right? Tell me this is gonna be it. Oh, I got caught on camera. Crap, I thought I was far enough away. So if I wait till the... on the other hand, it's fairly good that he comes this way. Okay, let's go. Frame rates. Hug the corner.
Whoa!
Okay.
Security is getting tighter and tighter, especially around the lab entrance.
Over. Okay.
Sir, why would you throw that?
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Holy fucking cow.
You see, the timing, sometimes the timing doesn't work in my favor. Now I'm waiting for this dude to How did that miss? I gotta throw it far enough so that the basically the dude has to walk, so maybe let me see. If I throw it here, I think this is too far. If I bounce it, maybe if I bounce it off the wall, then it bounces back. That makes the dude walk through the wall and be all surprised. That gives the cook the time to come over. You need to aim the target. That's what I did. It's the bloom on this bloody gun, man. It's huge. It's huge. Okay.
Security is getting tighter and tighter, especially around the lab entrance. That's because of
Can I like do this and then this?
Oh.
Okay. Let's see, wanna do this?
I don't think you're setting a good example for children by littering.
Yeah, see, he's checking. Before the panic goes off. Should be smoking now.
There was a dead rat under my bunk this morning. Ah, good. Must mean the poison's working.
I don't think it landed where I wanted it to land. Fuck. Wait, what? God damn it. That's not far enough. Well, it's too far actually. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't really have time to pursue this any longer because I have to start dinner. That was my wife. She is on her way. Let's see who's live. Who is playing? Seth. Yeah, Seth. Let's go to Seth. He's also playing Hitman. He is doing Contract from the looks of it. So let's go say hi. And yeah. Raid Seth. And then I'll say thank you. So thank you guys for being here. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed me playing the game. And if you're new here and you haven't followed me, please consider doing so. We're going over to Sephiroth. He's also playing Hitman, so if you're here for the drop, the ducky, you can continue watching him because the time is cumulative. So you gotta watch 1 hour in total over multiple streams if necessary. So yeah. Yeah, no streams this weekend because tomorrow I have to go to the my mom's birthday, and Sunday is also busy, so I will see you guys next Friday. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later. Bye now.